This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, January 4th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The Anne Arundel County Police Department are offering two $10,000 rewards for two outstanding murder cases that they've been working on for the past year. The two cases that the rewards are offered for are the killing of Lawrence Aaron III, who was a Marshall University football player, and if you'll remember, he was paralyzed after he was injured in a shooting at a New Year's Eve party in Severn, and unfortunately passed away in February, and his death was ruled a homicide. The other one is for the killing of Jasmine Sherelle Adams, who was 29 years old, also of Severn, and she was found stabbed to death in the basement of her home back in August. Police haven't named any suspects in either of the killings. The $10,000 reward for information about Aaron's death has been available since January of 2018, but police are hopeful that because of the passage of time, witnesses may be more agreeable to coming forth with information. And if anybody does have any information on either of these cases, they are asked to call the police at 410-222-4731, or you can leave a tip anonymously at 410-222-4700. If you ride the Metro in D.C., your ride may get a little bit more crowded starting Monday, not because the shutdown is ending, but because the Metro is now going to be allowing bicyclers to bring their bikes on trains at all times of the day rather than only outside of the rush hours. Metro estimates that train crowding shows many trains in the system during rush hour that have plenty of room, so there's that. And another "so there's that" news. Former Governor Martin O'Malley had an op-ed in the Des Moines Register, and he said, ready for it? Drum roll, please. He's not going to run for president in 2020. But he did say that he hopes that Beto O'Rourke will run. And on O'Rourke, O'Malley said, I believe the new leader who can best bring us together and turn us around to create that better American future is Beto O'Rourke. If you're a fan of the Market House, you need to be a fan on some other days. The Market House has instituted winter hours, and they will be now closed on Tuesday and Wednesday. The abbreviated hours are Sunday from 8 to 6 p.m., Monday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday and Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. They will extend those hours again as the weather breaks and we move from spring into summer. As the government shutdown is about to enter its third week, just wanted to sort of go over some recaps as to how it's affecting any number of different people. I was in Washington earlier this week, and business owners are really starting to feel the pinch. You can walk into almost any restaurant, immediately get a table, and have several servers taking care of you. With the closing of the Smithsonian museums, tourists and visitors are non-existent in the district. To give you an idea, we went to the museum, and we were able to make a U-turn on Constitution Avenue at noon without any problems. Picked up a parking spot literally about 150 steps from the front door of the museum. Standard & Poor's is estimating that the current shutdown is costing the economy $1.2 billion a week. And as far as us normal people, travel pretty much will not be impacted. Any kind of air travel is going to continue to go as planned. National parks and other federal lands, you may see some closures. While open lands will be open, some campgrounds and other closed spaces may be closed due to concerns about health, safety, and potential damage to natural resources. Also discovered during my trip to Washington, the tower at the Trump International Hotel, which is the old post office building, remains open and remains staffed by U.S. Park Service employees. When I asked them about that, they said, oh yeah, there's a slush fund that the hotel contributes to make sure that it is staffed. Apparently, getting up to the tower for one of the best views in the city is paramount to the Trump organization and the guests that are staying at the Trump International. Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare are fine. Department of Agriculture says food stamps and other nutrition benefits are also fine. Veterans Affairs are fine. Taxes gets a little bit dicey. The IRS is not at work, so they don't have anybody to respond to your taxpayer questions or issue tax refunds. However, electronic tax returns can be processed, but they're not going to issue your money. Yes, you heard that right. They'll take your money, but they won't give it back to you. The IRS is warning that tax refunds are likely also to be delayed if the government shutdown continues much longer. And speaking of continuing much longer, Senate Appropriations Committee Chair Richard Shelby of Alabama said that this shutdown could go on for, this is terrifying, quote, months and months. Come January, the Baltimore Ravens are going to spend $24 million for upgrades to M&T Bank Stadium. It's going to be mostly in the luxury suites and the club level, but they have filed permits with the city of Baltimore. They're going to renovate 70 of the stadium's 133 seats with a modernized interior, new kitchens, new televisions, and a bunch of other different changes. On the club level, they will have renovations to the bar, food service, and lounge areas, as well as new TVs and an audio system. So it looks like anybody that's going into a 2019 game will have some upgraded accommodations at M&T Bank Stadium. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. We never know what's coming on down the pike. Please give us a recommendation to your friends and colleagues. And if you're someplace where you can leave a recommendation or give us a review, we would appreciate that. It really does help us spread the word and helps the podcast get out a little bit better. Also, check out the link in our show notes for all the different ways that you can contact us. I think you'll be surprised. And it is Friday, so of course we've got our list of things to do this weekend. And as we have every day, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, all coming up in just a minute.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here's your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, January 4th. Morning clouds will give way to rainy skies later in the day, but probably not until late afternoon or even later as the storm center approaches from the south-southwest with high temps today 47 to 52. Expect rain overnight and through much of Saturday morning, finally coming to a close in the PM hours on Saturday afternoon before giving way to clearing skies and a much nicer Sunday filled with sunshine and above average temps in the 50s before cooling a bit on Monday into the 40s despite more sunshine. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Be sure to download our free app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store by searching for DC MDVA Weather, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter or on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Imagine your child saying,
"Guess what I learned in school today?"
At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked Emma and Lawson why.
We grow winter greens in our garden to make smoothies. Second graders are the chicken checkers, and our 8th graders take care of our goats.
Our classes are the perfect size, which means we get to know each other well. And our teachers know us. They're great. Visit St. Andrews Day School's open house on Friday, January 18th from 9 to 11 a.m.
Or call 410-266-0952 for a tour.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Thank God it's...
What we lack in quantity this weekend, we make up for in quality. The annual 12th Night Celebration, A Christmas in Amsterdam, is being presented at the Hammond Harwood House this Saturday at 7 p.m. It's a concert featuring Alyssa Edwards, a soprano, and Anastasia Pike, who is playing the harp, and they will take care of handling all the Christmas music. It's happening in the ballroom of the Hammond Harwood House, which is an incredible place to be. It is all decked out for the holidays. There is a special reception starting at 6 p.m. with the concert at 7. Tickets are available at $40 per person person, $35 if you are a member, and you can get them at hammondharwoodhouse.org. If you're a parent stressing about how to pay for college education for the kids, the Anne Arundel County Chamber of Commerce is hosting a Little-Known Secrets for Paying for College seminar on Saturday morning at 8:30 a.m. This is at their offices at 134 Holiday Court, suite number 314, and they're going to have experts there that are going to talk about tackling the fears of paying for college. That is a free seminar at the Anne Arundel County Chamber of Commerce on Holiday Court, which is right there off of Riva Road. On Sunday, for 2 shows at 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock, it is Herman's Hermits. Yes, this is for you children of the 60s, 70s, and maybe even 50s. Peter Noon is leading it, and I've seen this show twice at Ram's Head on stage, and it is one of the funnest shows that you can possibly imagine. It brings back the old favorites, Henry VIII, Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter, and all of that. And Peter Noon's got some great stories about his time with Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones, and that whole British invasion that we had. If you get a chance to go there, I'd highly recommend it. And there are a few tickets left there. You can get them at ramsheadonstage.com. However, I think because it's so late this weekend, it is because it is Wild Card Weekend. Yes, it is Wild Card Weekend for the National Football League, and on Saturday, the Colts take on the Texans at 4:35. The Seahawks are at the Cowgirls at 8:15, and on Sunday, the Chargers will be here at the Ravens at 1:05, and the Eagles play the Bears at 4:40 on Sunday. So it will be a good Sunday to be planted on your couch or perhaps in your favorite watering hole, but let's just say, go Ravens.
Listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.